Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Today is an exciting day for me because I love Thanksgiving, and today is day one of prep time. I normally give myself 2 good days of prepping before the Thanksgiving day. The first day is normally all about the table, the decorations, all that sort of thing, and then making sure that I have purchased all the right ingredients for our Thanksgiving dinner. The second day, which I'll be sharing later in the week, is all about prepping the food and baking the pies and getting all that stuff done. So the plan for the day is to set the table, decorate the table, and then start on serving pieces. Also need to double check my list. And of course, I'll be sharing some of my tips and tricks that I like to do when I am hosting a big gathering like Thanksgiving. So I am getting a rather late start. It's almost 4 o'clock already today. It is Saturday, but that is all right because I have nothing else planned for the day. I might lose daylight, but hopefully the lighting won't be so terrible that I can't keep recording here in the house to share with you what I'm doing. So we're going to start with the table today, and then we'll move on to serving pieces and all the other fun stuff that we need to get done today. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing we need to do is prep the dining room space. I'm going to remove this table that's here, bring in some folding tables that we can set up that will accommodate the 12 people that I have coming for Thanksgiving dinner, and then we'll get it decorated. So this is the fun part of the day.
Gonna stay in this moment, gonna lay here on the grass. I don't need to feel lonely, I am finally home at last. And I don't mind being gone on adventures for a while. No, no. 'Cause the best thing about it is I know I'm coming back. Oh, oh. Of all the magic places in the world I've been to, this is where my heart is. Oh, you know it's true. No matter where I go, I'm coming home to you. Been walking down the street so many times, my feet know every brick and stone. Could wear a blindfold, no matter what I do, I'm coming home to you. And I don't know why, don't know why, don't know why, I'm always feeling homesick. Oh, all I know, all I know, all I know is this is where my heart is. Oh, I have seen many places where the beauty never ends.
Since I don't have 2 tablecloths that match, I'm going to be using 2 lace curtain panels that I picked up from IKEA instead.
But I don't
I think these are going to work out perfectly. They add a nice airiness to the table, and I like that they are absolutely beautiful.
Cause the thing is I've got more love here than I can bear. Ooh. Of all the magic places in the world I've been to, this is where my heart is. Oh, you know it's true. No matter where I go, I'm coming home to you. Been walking down the street so many times, my feet know every brick and stone. Could wear a blindfold, no matter what I do, I'm coming home to you. And I don't know why, magic places in the world I've been to. This is where my heart is. Oh, you know it's true. No matter where I go, I'm coming home to you.
So the table is done. However, I am missing the place cards for the kids. I don't know where they are right now. I can't seem to find them. So that is something I'll have to work on this week. But for now, I think it's looking really nice. I kept things super simple. A centerpiece in the middle, some candlesticks off to the side, then just some pretty plates. So we have lots of room for the main attraction, which is the food. And I went for very easy with the paper napkins this year. My sister had bought a huge pack of them like 3 years ago, and we're still using them. So they're kind of becoming a tradition. So I have, of course, had to use those as well as the centerpiece stuff, which is something that we use every year as well. We just kind of added our little take on it every year. But the turkey centerpiece has become a tradition as well. So very simple, very easy to put together, and I think it looks pretty, but not overly done, which is perfect for our gathering. So the very last step, since I have this done so far in advance, I'm going to put a sheet over the top of it to keep the dust and the grime off of the dishes and the place settings until Thanksgiving morning. Thanksgiving morning, I'll take the sheet off and we will be ready to go. So that is a nice thing to have done and out of the way before the busy day of Thanksgiving. So now it's time to move into the kitchen and figure out the serving pieces. All right, so now I'm gonna go figure out where all my serving pieces are, throw everything here on the kitchen counter, and then double check against my list to make sure that every food item has a serving dish, and then we'll go from there. All the dishes rounded up, I'm going to make sure that each dish has a serving utensil with it, so I don't have to worry about that on Thanksgiving Day as well. And then I'm going to take a whole bunch of Post-its and I'm going to label each single dish. So having everything labeled is a super big time saver in that crunch time right before Thanksgiving dinner. You know, like that last 15 minutes where the kitchen is complete mayhem. Everything is coming out of the oven, off of the stovetop. You have helpers everywhere. I always feel like it is complete chaos at that time. But with everything labeled, my helpers can grab, say, the stuffing dish, throw the stuffing into it, and set it on the table. And I don't have to take time to tell them which dishes is for which items. And it makes things go much, much, much more smoothly. So if you've never tried this, I suggest giving it a try this year. See how it works for you. I've been doing it for years and it is very, very helpful. So let's get some Post-its on these dishes, and then we'll make sure that everything has a serving utensil, and then we can move on to the next little project for today. So everything is labeled, everything has a serving utensil, and I am sitting pretty at this point. I do have a few other things that I've pulled out that I'm going to share with you next. They're on the other side of the kitchen, so let's go over there next. We also need a pitcher for the punch. So I got one of those out. This is a recent find. I just love this. I think it is so pretty. So I'm excited to use that. And you may remember this as well. This is a serving tray that I recently picked up at the thrift store. And we're going to use this for hors d'oeuvres. And most likely we'll set this on the table over here in the kitchen. We'll fill it up with some little goodies to snack on while dinner is cooking. Then, of course, you need the dessert plates. I picked these up at Hobby Lobby. I've shared that before, I think. I can't remember what video it was, but I have quite a few of these. So that is a nice thing to have on hand. And then, of course, at this point, I always do paper plates for dessert, because then you can just throw them away. You've already done enough dishes for the day. You don't need to make yourself more dishes. So paper plates are the way to go for dessert. We'll probably be using plastic forks as well, which I have those in the pantry. So I should probably get those out, but well, that'll be later. The other thing that I have shared this before as well, but this is one of the tips that I started doing years ago, and I do it every single year for quick cleanup. I buy these big oval roasting pans for the turkeys, and I cook the turkey inside of it, but I place these inside of a roasting pan, so it's got a little more support to it. I can't show you right now because my roasting pans have my frozen turkeys in them in the refrigerator. But basically, stick one of these down into your roasting pan. If it doesn't fit right, you just kind of smush them around till it fits. Then put your turkey in, cook it in there, remove all the meat, and then you just throw this part away, and you don't have nasty pan to have to clean out. It makes cleanup so much nicer. And finally, we have these little containers right here. These are 8x8 cake pans with the little plastic lids that go on top of them. And I use these for to-go containers for the adults. So when dinner's over, I give each of the adults one of these. They fill it up with whatever they want of the leftovers, write their name on it, put the lid on, we put it in the fridge, and then when they leave, they have another little Thanksgiving dinner to take home with them for leftovers. So these work out so nice. I've been doing this for a few years as well, and I think it is so much fun. So, and of course, everybody loves Thanksgiving leftovers. So this is a nice little way to do it, to easily transport it home for my guests. So that is my final tip of the day. So the last thing I want to do today is get our thanks jar ready. This is a tradition that we started years ago and has turned into a very fun part of our Thanksgiving gathering. So basically what we do is have little slips of paper that people can write down something they're thankful for. We encourage multiple entries, so we ask everybody to do like 5 or 6 things in which they are thankful for, and we put it in a cute little container, and then it sits there and waits for after pie time. So once we have our dessert finished off and we're still gathering around the table, we'll bring out the thanks jar, and one by one we'll each pick an item, pick a piece of paper out and read what's on there. Some of those items are funny, some are serious, and it's just a way to kind of slow things down and appreciate what the day is all about. Like I said, we've been doing this for years, and the kids really kind of get into it, and it's kind of a fun thing to do. So for our thanks jar this year, we're using this cute little bucket that my sister picked up at Hobby Lobby. I think she picked it up last year, if I remember correctly. So I'll just add a notepad to it and some pens, and I will sit it on the table next to the hors d'oeuvre tray so people throughout the day can fill out their little pieces of paper and stick it in the thanks jar. And that's just kind of a fun little thing that we do every single year, which we look forward to. So, all right, so now that that is done and all ready to go, now I need to reclaim my counter space. What I've done is moved a little table into my laundry room. So all of my serving dishes, I'm going to move into there, onto that table, and then I'll cover everything up with a clean sheet, and it can sit there until Thanksgiving Day. Take the sheet off, and we will be ready to start loading up these dishes with yummy, yummy food. So I'm going to get that taken care of, and then we'll be done for the day. That is going to be it for me today. Thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed watching me get ready for Thanksgiving. I will be having one more video like this coming up on Tuesday, and that video will be more of the food prep. I'll share my mom's famous punch that we use every year for Thanksgiving. I'll be doing some cranberry butter, and of course making the pies and making some cornbread, all that kind of stuff. So come back for that if you're interested. I would love that very much. But I would love to know today in the comments if you are going to be going somewhere for Thanksgiving or if you are hosting this year. So leave me a comment, let me know, and of course hit that thumbs up because that helps out my channel a lot. And if you have not yet subscribed, I would love for you to hit the subscribe button. And I am sorry if you can hear Zoe in the background. She is gaming downstairs and being very, very loud right now. So hopefully that's not too annoying. It's either the kids or the dogs making some sort of noise in the background at all times in this house. It's craziness. So anyways, I hope you guys are having a delightful day, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye now.